Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Ashcraft. If you are new here, you can find me on Instagram at that same name. I will have everything linked and spelled down below in the description box. This is my Flosstube channel where I talk about all things cross stitch and anything else I feel like. Tonight is August 5th. Well, you'll be seeing this on August 6th. And this is Flosstube episode 39. I don't know, this feels so different because my kids are asleep, my husband's asleep. I filmed an unboxing video of the Black Needle Society Autumn and Stars Hollow, the box is like right there, Autumn and Stars Hollow box earlier this week, and that's already up on my channel. If you want to watch it, I will have it linked down below and the eye in one of these corners. I will not show anything here. I do not want to spoil anything. But I filmed that also at night, and it was just, I don't know, filming at night is very different for me. Like, I'm not drinking coffee, and I'm like, I don't know, it's just very strange. So I think this is probably how we're going to be doing things for a little while till I kind of figure out a good schedule for me on when I can do these videos. I've just been so busy with work. Like, I have no breaks. Literally today I had no breaks. I had 10 minutes to eat lunch before another client meeting. So it just, every day for the last, I don't even know how many weeks, it's just been go, 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 go. And I'm working in the office rather than working at home. So hopefully me filming at night works. Hopefully this lighting is okay. Hopefully I'm fine with decaffeinated tea. So we'll just see how this goes. We'll go through all my stitching, and then I have a whip, I have a little bit of haul, I have an amazing Stitchy Kindness box to share, I have a giveaway, and then I'll give you like a little life update. So we'll go ahead and we will start with the whip. See, this is just very strange. I'm like, I am a coffee person. I need to be drinking coffee when I film these videos, and I'm drinking tea. Who am I? Sean from Craftivating Creations? Because that's who I feel like right now. And it's still really hot. Okay, so my last video was right before I went on a mini vacation, if you want to call it that. We just went back to our hometown in North County, San Diego, and I brought Frosted Pumpkin's Christmas wreath with me. I had time to stitch. I picked it up, got my needle ready, and I said, yeah, I don't really feel like stitching. So I didn't stitch at all, it was kind of nice. You know, I just relaxed at the end of the night rather than stitching, which was weird. So when I got back from our trip, I had planned on continuing with my Christmas in July plans because I had 2 more whips to go through to meet my Christmas in July goals. And I just figured, even if it took me into August, at least I would have achieved that goal for myself. However, when I came back from that vacation, I was like, you know, I don't really feel like stitching on Christmas anymore. So I was itching for a new start, and I was itching for some fall or Halloween vibes pattern. The only thing I had that fit that description that I had all of the materials for, one thing: Mirabilia Halloween Fairy. This is a kit, and I ordered mine from Stitches and Things in Fenton, Michigan. I think 123 Stitch has it on their website. It's just always been out of stock, and I asked Debbie if she could get it for me, and she did. It did take a little while. It took long enough that I forgot about it until she sent me an invoice for it. But this is, it's a smaller pattern than the normal larger Mirabilias. So I pulled this out, and I'm looking at all the things that come in the kit, all of the floss, the beads, and the fabric. The fabric is 32 count natural linen from Zweigart. It's just like a neutral, like a natural color, if you know what natural looks like. The color of this. And I just wasn't thrilled about this fabric. So I looked through my stash, and I was deciding between stitching on the kit fabric and stitching on a piece from Fiberlicious, one of the monthly fabrics. And I asked a couple people, and everybody except for one said go with the purple. So I went with the purple. And so this is a 32 count linen from Fiberlicious. It was one of the monthly fabrics of the month, I think June? July. I think this is June's fabric. Look how much I've gotten done. I am flying. But the reason for it is I have only stitched on this since I started it when I got back from my trip. So for 2 weeks, this is all I have stitched on. And I was a monogamous stitcher before Flosstube, like all of my life, essentially. I was a monogamous stitcher. And then during COVID, when I started stitching again, I was still monogamous. Then I found Flosstube, and I blame all of you. And I just started all the things. So stitching on this, though, has just been, it's just been so nice to stitch on this, and only this. I think me stitching on this for 2 weeks is the longest period of time that I've stitched on one project since starting Flosstube. So it's been really nice to be only stitch on one thing. I'm seeing a lot of progress. So so the thing you will see, not only did I change the fabric, I have changed my floss. I don't think I have the other flosses that I replaced it with. The ones not. Okay, so when you look at this picture, to me, this picture makes it look like the dress is supposed to be purple. In my brain, it just registers as purple. But this color, this main color of her dress, the darker color, is Classic Colorworks Chocolate Cream Pie. Although it says Crescent Colors, but that's now Classic Colors. And it was just a very muted brown. It just didn't give me Halloween vibes, you know? And then, what was the other one? Was it Bunny Honey? Okay, yeah. And then Bunny Honey was just like an even more bland brown, and that's the lighter color in there. So I had wanted to do purple because in my eyes, that's what it was going to be. Then I watched Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and she had started hers the same week that I started mine. I think she started hers like a couple days before I did. And she also changed a lot of the colors because she had the same thoughts that I did, that it didn't look right. And so when I started with the black because I thought, okay, well, I'll figure out other colors later. Let me start with the black, and I will work through all of the black on the dress, and then I will go through and figure out whatever color I'm going to do for the dress. So when she was talking about it in her video, and she really goes into depth on a lot of the colors that she switched out, and why. But it just was, this picture does not look anything like the floss that you get. And so I went through my stash because I was like, I don't want to order anything if I don't have to. So I went through my stash and, oops, I don't want to drop that. And so I kept the black because the black is just black coffee from Classic Colorworks. So I was fine with that. And I was also fine in the wings, in these like circles at the end. There is some shading, and Bejeweled is one of those colors. This is the only place that it's at. And I was fine with this color. What else is in here? Okay, let's see. And then, what was this one for? This also came with the kit. This is Bramble Bush. This is a brown color. And, oh, this is used in, I wonder if this is also her hair. Yeah. So this is her in her hair and the brown in the bottom of the dress and throughout that orange. So I decided to keep that one. And then the only other one, oh no, I kept two others. I kept Bella Rosa for her skin, which I think I'm going to do 1/1. I think that's what most people do with their mirrors. I think this is the same color that Memphis Sarah got in her New Year's Fairy kit, and she said the way she was stitching it, her skin looked like Neapolitan ice cream. So I'm gonna have to talk to her to see what she did and not do that. And then I also kept Tennessee Red Clay, which is a red color. It is really muted, but it's used in the Halloween bag, the bottom of the dress, and the leaves. And I was okay with this. Paired with the orange that I picked from my stash, I was fine with this. So the things that I replaced there is another green, like another shade of green in the tips of the wings. And so, is that right? Am I thinking this correctly? So I pulled eucalyptus, if that's what I'm remembering. I didn't write any of this stuff down, so I'm going based off my memory when I was doing my conversion. But I pulled eucalyptus from Color and Cotton. It's like a muted, forest green. It's like a mid-tone green, I would say. And so I thought that looked good next to Bejeweled. And then for the main color of the wings, this light green, I chose Pear, which is like more of a lime green, but not like neon lime green, like a muted lime green. The only thing that I was worried about is these wings have a ton of stitching. So I am worried that one skein of this is not going to be enough. And so this, as you can see on the tag, it says special edition because it came in the most recent Color and Cotton Floss of the Month pack. So I posted a story on Instagram and said, if anybody has a skein and you are willing to part with it, I will pay for it and pay for shipping. Just tell me how much. Like, I just want another skein so that I know for sure I have enough. And lo and behold, my friend Morgan, the Honeybee Stitcher, is like willing to part with hers. So she is sending me hers. I am so thankful. I have something I want to send her, but I have to make sure I package it in a way that it's not going to break. So, so I'm going to send her something as a thank you. But Morgan, if you're watching this, it's going to be a while because I really want to make sure that this is not going to break before it gets to you. So I think that this is going to be really nice for the wings. I think it'll really pop. So then the next like the easy one for me to really pick out were the two purples for her dress. So I chose Color and Cotton Eggplant for the main purple, and I chose Thistle for the highlights. So I thought these would be perfect, and this thistle color is very similar to my fabric, but it doesn't touch the fabric. So it's surrounded by other colors, so it's not going to blend in. I was going to say if there is a spot, but you know what? I don't even think that there will be. I think it will completely be surrounded by either black or eggplant. So the thistle will never actually touch the fabric. So this was like a no-brainer. When I saw these in my stash, I was like, this is perfect. I also thought it was kind of funny because these are basically the same colors that I'm doing for Mirabilia Lady Justice. Like to a T, these are the colors that I'm doing for her robes. So the most difficult color, surprisingly, for me to pick out is the orange. So the orange is in the bag, the bottom of the dress, and the leaves. And I needed it to be a color that went well with the red, but also wouldn't look too like weird next to the purple because it is the bottom of that dress. And a couple videos back, I showed a floss pack that I had gotten from Victorian Motto. This is my first time trying their floss, and that pack had 2 or 3 different oranges. One was really bright, one was more muted, one was like less variegated, and so I ended up going with this one, which is called Whispering Hollow. It's got some variegation in it, but it's like orange to brown. It is more muted, so I think it pairs nicely with the red, but I think it also looks like decent with the purple. So that's what I'm going with. I do have those other oranges, so if I start doing Whispering Hollow and it just looks bad, I will switch it out for one of my other oranges, but I think this will end up working well considering Bramblebush is like the other accent color, and I think like, oh gosh, look at that. Isn't that just like the perfect fall palette? These and the leaves are going to be really nice. So that's what I did for my color conversion. I'm trying to remember. I saw somebody ask somewhere, you know, how do you convert your floss? And I don't think they weren't asking it of me. They were just asking it of somebody. And a tutorial that I watched that I found really, really helpful was Nell of Little Yellow House Crafts. She almost always does her own colors, and because she has such a large selection of fancy floss and DMC that she has collected over the years, she just goes through and she makes a list of all the colors she needs, and she just does it based on what she sees. So if she says, okay, I need a light green, a dark green, and a medium green, she goes to her box of greens and she starts pulling them and saying, okay, I think this would work. Oh no, I think this is a little bit, too whatever. And so she filmed the process of her doing it for something, and she posted that video I think last month in June or July, maybe before then. But I loved watching it. It was very interesting. And I've done other color conversions, but like I did my own color conversion for my Christmas list using Forbidden Fiber Floss. And so, but doing my own conversion this time, I used that method that Nell used, and I felt like it was so much easier. So if you are wanting to use more of your stash or use fancy floss in place of DMC, or fancy floss in place of other fancy floss that you don't have, I would highly suggest watching that video, and I will link it down below because like I said, I think it was so helpful, and Nell is so good at explaining things that I think that was a really, really good video. So where we're at, so this is like her, I'm like thinking about it. This is her right shoulder. This is her right shoulder. And so this is her dress. This is all filled in. And when I stitch tonight, if I get done in time, I will continue doing purple through here. And then I will continue up and just continue working on her dress. I just really am enjoying this. It is a lot smaller than another Mira, like my Lady Justice, huge. But this is just so cute, and she's just so cute and little, and I love her, and I want to finish her so I can have her on my wall for Halloween. So that is the only whip that I have been working on for the past 2 weeks. And, it is very relaxing, stitching on one thing and only worrying about one thing and having all the rest of my whips put away and just having this one out. So, I mean, I'm sure that's not going to last long. I'm sure I will continue to bounce around like I normally do. But for now, I'm enjoying working on her. And I have to be okay with that. Like, stitch what you want when you want. And I think it was Sherry, the Colorado cross stitcher, talked about in one of her videos, and I know other floss tubers have talked about it too, where because you're on Flosstube, you feel like you need to have more content, so you have to stitch on so many different things, but that's not always the case. If you want to stitch on one thing, just stitch on one thing. That's totally fine. So that's the only whip I have to talk about. Okay, I have a little bit of haul. I mentioned when I did a little brief Frogwarts recap that I had won a prize, and my prize arrived. Did I mention that I won a prize? I don't know now. I won a prize. So I got this. It is a thread holder and a needle minder, and it's wood. It's really nice. And it looks like a Ouija board. And it says, would you rather be stitching? And then this is the, was it a panchet? Panchet? I was never allowed to use one as a child. I'm too scared to use one now. So, I mean, if I tried, I'd just try to talk to my dad, let's be real. And I think it goes this way, and I think it has a bird on it. I don't know. But I think it's really cool. And I don't normally use these, so we'll see if I use it. But if I don't use it, then I have somebody in mind that I think I will gift it to. I got my Fiberlicious Fabric of the Month for July. I'm in love with this color. This is just beautiful. This is Aloe from the other side. It's very punny. Just look at this green. I get a 32 count linen, 17 by 26. And just look at, I did have a mild panic attack because we have a new mailman, and when this arrived, it was last Saturday, and the tracking said it was in my mailbox, and it wasn't, and I went, oh no. And so I was like freaking out, thinking I'm never gonna get this fabric. And I've been told, because this is not the first time this has happened in my however many years I've lived in this apartment. A previous mail lady said that there is another apartment complex around here that has similar numbers, and so new mail carriers will get it mixed up, so sometimes they'll put it over there. But I was just so nervous. A lot of people, when you get somebody else's mail, they'll just put it up above, and there's like kind of a platform, and they just put it up there. So like I just kept checking, my husband kept checking, and then on Sunday, I got a knock on the door, and it was my neighbor. And he's like, is this you? And I was like, yes, oh my gosh. I was like, thank you so much. And he's like, yeah, I got like 4 packages for like all, because we kind of have like pods of 4. He's like, I got like 4 packages for all the 4 of us that live in here. And I was like, oh, that stinks. So he's like, yeah, I feel like a mailman now. But Gwen also sent us a little sticker. It says, aloe you vera much. Speaking of aloe vera, I got really badly sunburned on Tuesday. I was at a site inspection all day in the sun, 108 heat, no shade. I put on tons of sunscreen. I wore a hat. I had tons of water. I got heat stroke and a really terrible sunburn, and I almost passed out while talking to my client in the middle of the site inspection. It was fantastic. So my neck, so my ears, you probably can't tell now, but my ears, they're not as bad as they were yesterday. Yesterday they were still like hot. My neck, I don't know. Today, oh, you can see like the difference. Today it looks better, but it still hurts. Like when I touch it, even just brushing my fingers against it, it is so painful. And like last night, Brett was putting aloe vera on me, and he put a huge glob, and he's like, I can feel the heat through the aloe vera. Like, that's how hot it is. I'm like, yeah, imagine having it on your body right now. Fantastic. Okay, and then my last bit of haul is a pattern I got from eBay that I hadn't been like actively searching for it. It was more so if it came up and it was a good price, I would go ahead and buy it. So this is Mirabilia Mother's Arms. And this is a pattern I saw somebody had completed in one of the Facebook groups, and I just thought it was so beautiful. And being a mom, I want a pattern that symbolizes that motherly love. Not necessarily to give to my children when they're older. I mean, if one of them wants it, they can have it. But more so for like myself to be able to just have like a commemorative piece, I guess, of being a mom. And I just really love how this looks, the colors. I just think this is so beautiful. And I will probably change her hair to brown so that she looks more like me. But I just think this is so beautiful. It also looks like it's pretty much full coverage. I think there might be like a few spots where it's not, but for the most part, it looks like it is. So that's gonna be fun. But I just think this is so beautiful. And so when I saw it pop up on eBay for a really good price, a lot less than what most people sell it for, I decided to go ahead and grab it. Okay, so the last thing, you guys are not even gonna believe. Okay, so let's do a tea break. And we're gonna move it out of the way because I have a wonderful stitchy friend who has been a stitcher for a long time, but she doesn't have a lot of stitchy friends, so she has passed on a lot of her patterns to me. And so she told me, keep what you want, give away the rest. You have more stitchy friends than I do, so, you know, do what you want. So I had no idea this box was coming, and I got home on my lunch break, and I see this box, this giant box on my doorstep, and I'm like, did my mom send me a package? Like, you know, nobody sends me packages out of the blue except like my mom. And so I see it was from her, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what is even in this? This is gigantic. So I'm gonna go through these things. I'll show you some of the things I know I'm for sure keeping. And then I'll just quickly go through some of the other things. She included 2 pieces of color and cotton fabric. This doesn't have a name, but it was the August 2020 Fabric Club. It's like an orange color. And then this is jalapeno. I think this would be, there are a couple patterns that use green that I think this would be perfect for. Same with the orange. And there are a couple patterns I have in mind that I think would be really good. So I'm excited for these. The orange is a 32 count Lugana, and the green is a 36 count Edinburgh. All you UK people are probably shaking your heads at me right now. But this also says it was the February 2021 Fabric Club. She sent me this lavender and lace pattern. This is called Gift of Peace. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And then a giant stack of Nora Corbets and Mirabilias. Let's go through them. So we have Lady Slipper, Ivy, Siren's Song Mermaid. Ooh, I love this one. Pansy, Gardenia. I also love this one. Sweet Pea, beautiful colors. Ophelia's Pearl, that's beautiful. Oh, I like this one too. Mermaid Azure. Oh, this one I might have to start this year, this season. This is Luna. Mermaid Verde. Oh, I love this one too. Water Lily. Oh, love that. And now we get into the Miras. There's only a couple, but I love them. This is Charlotte. Oh, gosh. This is the Baker's Wife, which I just saw somebody on one of, I think it's the Mira Conversion Facebook group, post like a gothic version of this where it's like all red and black, and she's holding like skull or a poison apple or something like that. But it just like, oh, and the up here, it's like spider webs. It's so cool. Oh wait, you know what? I may have saved it. Let me see if I can find it. I thought I saved it because I was like, I need to take a screenshot of this so I don't forget it. Maybe I didn't. No. Oh, wait. No, I don't think so. Maybe I didn't. But it was unlike anything I have seen. So I thought this would be a cool one to do a conversion with. And last but certainly not least, we have a really, decent pattern. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. Lady of the Flag, have you heard of her? I have no words. So I have thanked her profusely, like a million times. And she just finished this and sent it. I need to stop because I could look at her all day. The one pattern you thought you would never ever get because it is too out of your price range, and you get it. Wow. And the one thing she told me, she was like, I'll send this to you. All that I ask is when you're done, you just pass it along. And I said, 100% yes. 100%. I think it is terrible that people are trying to sell that pattern for several $100s. I think there's one on eBay for like $500. And I'm just like, just so rude, honestly, so rude. Okay, so the rest of the stuff in here, I think I had pulled out a few things that are at the bottom that I was thinking about keeping, but I'll just quickly go through what is left in here. So we have, how many are here? One, two, three, four, five dimensions gold petite kits. This one is really pretty. Butterflies, a lighthouse, this really pretty Native American with a wolf in the sky, some kitties, we got baby Jesus, and then we got a really pretty like princess with a unicorn. So those are really cool. We got lots of other things. We got this little guy. We got these cute little animals. And it looks like it's called like Noah and Company, so it must be like a part of a larger set that's like Noah's Ark themed or something. A little Mill Hill kit. This is a Jiffy kit. Y'all are going to be reaping the benefits because I'm giving like all of this away. And I will just work my way through this box. We got a bunch of these like masks. They're really, really interesting. A bunch of different ones. Maybe we'll do one of those today. Then we have, oh, this was really cool. This is Little Women. I'm going to do this one today for sure, since we're in the middle of Little Women stitch along. We'll do, which mask do we want to do? Ooh, let's do that one. Okay. We got a magazine. We got, is this a Haid? It's not a Haid, but it is full coverage. And It's like a really fierce warrior woman. We got a lot of leisure arts. We got some, looks like this peacock from a magazine. Got the salty dog. Got lots of leisure arts. Leisure arts was big back in the day. I remember my mom had a lot of leisure arts. That's really cool. Oh, this one, oh, that house. That house is stunning. We got some Looney Tunes. We got pumpkin. We got, okay, now we got a Hade. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful Hade. Peacock tapestry, Merry Christmas. Okay, so these are ones, let's see. Oh, I think I was gonna keep that one because it reminds me of Brett. Okay, so we got November. There's a couple patterns in here that don't have a cover photo, so I'm not gonna show them. Got this beautiful mermaid. These are ones I was going to keep. I'll probably stitch them. This one I love. Santa's clothes, adorable. And then February's angel. And I love these mermaids. I think this would be so cute to stitch and hang in my bedroom, of course. She sent me a DMC Floss card, which is awesome because I had been wanting one. And then, oh yes, this. I love, failed. I love this Santa. This Santa is magical. This, I was going to look through it because it looks like precious moments. You know those little doll things, those porcelain dolls? That's what this looks like and reminds me of, but because they're all like little boys and girls, it's like, that'd be really cute, like my babies. This, I'm gonna have Amelia pick one and I will stitch one for her because she's currently obsessed with dinosaurs. And then, you know, more dinosaurs, of course. I could not resist this because plaid owls. I mean, is there anything more me than plaid owls? And I think I love this one, but I think I'm gonna put it in the donate pile, in the giveaway pile, because that Santa is just somebody needs to stitch this. Somebody needs to stitch this. So let's see. I'm going to do. I picked up 2 already. We'll just do the 2. Because, I mean, I got a lot here. It's going to take me some time to get through all these. But this is so cool. And you all get to reap the benefits and get to partake in some giveaways. So, all right, not that one. We'll do that one too. Okay, we're gonna do 3. We will do 3. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do, and all of these are coming with a story as to why I'm choosing them. We are going to do this kit with the Lighthouse. It comes with these fun little charms. I don't know where they go. Oh, wait. Looks like there's one there. And then it looks like the rest are like in the net area, I think. But growing up, our bathroom, like, that was like downstairs, like a half bath, was Lighthouse themed. Not really sure why, but it was. And this reminds me of it because I feel like I've seen this before. So if you would like to stitch this, the keyword is going to be Lighthouse. Lighthouse. One word. Lighthouse. Oh, wait, is it? It's not a kit. It looks like it's just the pattern and the charms. So, yeah, because it says on the back, shopping list. So it looks like you have to buy all your floss and your fabric. The next one we're going to do is the elephant mask. This is by Crossroads Designs. So there's an elephant in this mask, and I'm choosing the elephant because when we went down to our hometown, we went to the Wild Animal Park, although now I think it's called the San Diego Zoo's Safari Park, something like that. And we saw the elephants. Elephants are my favorite animal. I love them. So we are going to do the elephant mask. So the key word for this, you guessed it, is elephant. E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T. And then the last one is going to be Little Women. 1, because I love Little Women. 2, because Stitching Book Club is in the middle of the Little Women sale. But just how pretty is all of that. And so, when I was in high school, I did theater my entire life. And in high school, my senior year, our spring musical was Little Women, and I was Meg, one of my favorite roles of all time. And this picture was used in a lot of our stuff. So the key word for this is going to be, what do I want it to be? Let's just do flower. F-L-O-W-E-R, flower. Because you got some nice flowers in there. So if you want to win any of these, use any of those keywords. You can enter to win all 3. You can enter to win 1 or 2 of them. Doesn't matter. So flower, elephant, and lighthouse. In order to be eligible to win, you need to be over 18 years old. You need to fill out my Google form, which is linked down below in the description box. And that's it. I mean, it'd be nice if you subscribed and you liked this video, but if you don't, it's fine. So that is that. That is everything. I'm just going to continue stitching on Halloween Fairy until I get bored of her, which I hope I don't, because I want to finish her. I think she's beautiful. So that's everything. And I don't know, I mean, as of late, I've been doing videos every other week. I think my schedule is just going to depend on my work schedule, which I know a lot of people would probably, that'll drive you crazy. It would drive me crazy not having a set schedule, but I think there are going to be some weeks where I am able to post every week and some weeks where I'm not, and I'm just going to have to do every other. It just depends. Like, you know, right now we're just really busy. I mean, we're always busy, okay? I always say that. And I have to, like, get it through my brain that in my profession, using the phrase of, like, if I can just get to next week, if I can just get through to whatever date, I'll be fine. Because that's never the case. It's never fine. It's just constant. All the time. Go, go, go. It is what it is. But I love my job, so, I mean, I complain, but it is what it is. I love my job. I would not trade it for anything, honestly. So, hopefully I will have a week next week. I will have a video next week. Clearly somebody needs to go to bed. Otherwise I will either see you next week or the week after. You know, hey, whatever. So let me know what you're stitching on. Yeah, let me know. Okay. Let me know when you decorate for fall. That's what I want to know. Because I am an early decorator. I love decorating early because I want to enjoy it as long as possible. So I will probably decorate at some point this month. So you tell me, are you an early decorator, or are you like I can't decorate for fall until September 25th, type of a person? So you tell me, because it's what, August 5th? I'm 5 days behind. Not really. I usually try to hold off until Amelia's birthday, which is at the end of August. That doesn't always work. So usually I will start decorating mid-August / end of August. But some people think I'm weird for doing that. Just let me be happy about that, okay? So I will see you guys later. I hope you have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.